You think you're standing still, but that's impossible. Right now, even as you watch this, you are moving at the fastest speed the universe allows. And here's the part no one tells you. You can't slow it down. You can't stop it. You can't escape it. Because this speed doesn't control how fast light moves. It controls how time itself is allowed to exist. And once you understand that, you'll realize something terrifying. Reality is not moving through time. Time is moving through you. You don't feel speed. Right now, the Earth is spinning at over 1,600 kilometers per hour beneath your feet. At the same time, it's flying around the sun at 107,000 kilometers per hour. And the sun itself is moving through the galaxy at a speed so large, your brain doesn't even have a place to store the number. But you feel none of it. Because speed isn't something your body is built to sense. It's something the universe measures for itself. Now here's the strange part. In your life, every limit works the same way. You push harder, you go faster, you add more energy, you get more motion. That rule feels so natural, so obvious, that you never think to question it until you meet the one place in nature where it breaks. Light doesn't follow that rule. If you chase a car and press the gas, you get closer. If you chase a plane, you need more power. But if you chase a beam of light, something unbelievable happens. No matter how fast you go, light still pulls away at exactly the same speed. Not slower, not faster. The universe refuses to let you catch it. At first, physicists thought this must be a mistake, a problem with the experiment, a flaw in the measurement. But every test said the same thing. Light doesn't care how fast you're moving. And that's when a deeper realization began to form. Maybe light isn't just something that moves through space. Maybe it's something that defines space. Because if the speed of light never changes, but your speed does, then something else must be adjusting to keep the rule intact. And that something else isn't distance. It's time. This is where reality starts to bend in ways your intuition can't follow. Because once time becomes flexible, everything you thought was solid, past, present, motion, even now, turns into something the universe quietly edits behind the scenes. And the closer you move toward that invisible wall of speed, the more the universe slows your clock instead of letting you cross it. Imagine you're inside a perfect spaceship. No windows, no vibration, no sound, just silence, and a clock ticking on the wall. Outside, you fire the engines and begin to accelerate. At first, nothing feels strange. The clock ticks the same. Your heartbeat stays steady. Your thoughts move at their normal pace. But somewhere far away, a scientist is watching you through instruments. And from their point of view, your clock is slowing down. Not metaphorically, not visually, physically. This is where reality splits into two different stories. Inside the ship, you feel normal. Outside the ship, you look like you're moving through thick, invisible syrup. Every second you experience takes longer to happen for the rest of the universe. This isn't science fiction. This is what happens when you move closer to the speed limit of reality. Because remember the rule, light always moves at the same speed. So if you move faster, the universe has only one way to protect that rule. It steals time from you, not by stopping your thoughts, not by freezing your body, but by stretching each second you live into something longer for everyone else. Now here's the part that feels almost cruel. From your perspective, nothing is wrong. You don't feel time slowing. You don't feel the universe pulling away. You just keep living. But when you finally slow down and come back, the world you left behind has aged without you. Cities have changed. People have grown old. Some are gone. And you're still almost the same. This isn't a trick. This isn't an illusion. This is the cost of approaching the wall you can't touch, and the closer you get to that wall, the more the future rushes past you while you barely move at all. But here's the deeper twist. If time can stretch, then maybe it's not a constant thing. Maybe time itself is something the universe builds differently for every motion. And if that's true, then what you call now isn't a shared moment. It's a private one. Right now, you feel like you're standing in a single, solid moment, a clean line between the past and the future. This is now. But the universe doesn't agree with you. Imagine two people standing far apart in space, you and someone on another planet. You both look at your watches at what you believe is the same moment. But here's the problem. There is no universal clock, no cosmic drumbeat that tells the entire universe this is the present. Because motion changes time, and distance changes what now even means. If you move differently than someone else, your slice of the present tilts away from theirs. That means something you call happening right now might already be in the past for them, or still in the future. Let that sink in. The universe doesn't have a single shared moment. It has billions of overlapping timelines, each one built around how fast something is moving and where it is in space. This is why the speed of light is more than just a number. It's the glue that holds reality together. It sets the limit on how fast information can travel, and that limit quietly decides what can be connected in the same now. Think about a star exploding in a distant galaxy. From the star's point of view, it happened long ago. From your point of view, it might be happening tonight in your sky. So when did it really happen? The uncomfortable answer is both. The universe doesn't store events in a single timeline. It stores them in a structure where past, present, and future are woven together into one giant fabric. You're not moving through time like a traveler walking down a road. You're more like a needle stitching a path through a tapestry that already exists. Every movement you make, every change in speed, redraws the line you call now. And that means something even more unsettling. If there is no absolute present, then the future isn't waiting for you, and the past isn't truly gone. They're just different places in the same cosmic structure. The speed of light doesn't just limit how fast you can move, it limits how reality itself can be connected. And once you see that, now stops being a moment. It becomes a choice. If the past and the future are both woven into the same cosmic structure, then a dangerous question appears. Are you actually choosing anything at all? You feel like you are. Right now, you could pause this video or keep watching. That feels like freedom. But physics tells a colder story. Every atom in your body follows the same rules as the atoms in distant stars. They move according to forces. They respond to fields. They obey limits, especially the speed of light. Your brain is not outside this system. It is part of it. Every thought you have is a physical process. Every decision is a pattern of electrical signals and chemical changes moving through neurons. And those signals can't move faster than the universe allows, which means your choice is not floating above reality. It is built inside it. Now picture the universe not as something unfolding moment by moment, but as something already laid out. A four-dimensional structure where every event, past, present, and future, exists in relation to everything else. In that picture, you are not walking forward in time. You are tracing a path through a shape. So where does that leave free will? Some physicists say your future is already there, like a destination on a map. You just haven't arrived at it yet. Others say the map isn't complete until you move. But here's the twist. Both views agree on one thing. Your choices cannot break the rules of the structure they live inside. You can choose what to do, but you cannot choose the limits of how choices work. And those limits are written into the speed of light, the flow of information, and the way cause connects to effect. Think about a simple action. You decide to lift your hand. That decision feels instant, but inside your body, signals travel from your brain to your muscles at finite speeds. Your now spreads across your body like a wave, not a flash. Even you are not perfectly synchronized with yourself, so if your own present is stretched across space, what does it mean to say, "I decided"? It means your sense of being a single, unified chooser is an illusion created by a system that is slightly out of sync with itself. That doesn't mean your choices are fake. It means they are physical. They are events in the universe, just like stars exploding and galaxies forming. You are not separate from the cosmic structure. You are one of its moving parts. And the most unsettling thought of all is this: when you make a choice, the universe doesn't just react. It records it. It becomes part of the permanent geometry of reality. In part 5, we're going to ask the question that follows from this. If your choices become part of the universe's structure, can anything ever truly be undone? If every choice you make becomes part of the universe's structure, then here's the terrifying follow-up. Does anything ever truly disappear? We're used to thinking in terms of past and gone. A moment happens, then it vanishes. But in space-time, nothing really vanishes. It just ends up somewhere else in the structure. Imagine a book where every page exists at once. You don't destroy page 10 when you turn to page 11. You just move to a different part of the story. From this perspective, your entire life is already written into the geometry of the universe, not as a script you're forced to follow, but as a path that becomes real the moment you walk it. And once it's there, it never leaves. This idea shows up in one of the strangest features of physics: information conservation. As far as we can tell, the universe never truly erases information. It can scramble it. It can spread it out. It can hide it in places we can't reach. But it doesn't destroy it. When a star explodes, the light, heat, and particles race outward, carrying a record of what happened. When you speak, sound waves ripple through the air, and even after they fade, the energy they carried has changed the world, however slightly. Even black holes, the most extreme objects we know, don't seem to delete information completely. They bury it in ways we barely understand. So every action you take leaves a trace, not just in memory, not just in history books, in the physical state of the universe itself. Now think about time again. You experience it as a one-way flow, past to present to future. But the laws of physics, at their deepest level, mostly don't care which direction time goes. The equations work almost the same forwards and backwards. The reason time feels like it has an arrow is because of entropy, the tendency of systems to move from order to disorder. But the underlying rules, they're neutral, which leads to a haunting possibility. The universe doesn't move on from your past. It simply includes it. Every laugh, every mistake, every moment you wish you could undo, they are not erased. They are part of the permanent record of reality. But here's the hopeful side of that same idea. If nothing is truly lost, then nothing truly disappears either. Every act of kindness, every small choice that helps someone else, every moment of courage, those are written into the same structure as the stars and galaxies. Your life is not a temporary flicker. It is a feature of the universe. And that brings us to the final, deepest question. If you are written into the fabric of reality itself, what does that say about your place in the cosmos? In part 6, we're going to zoom all the way out and ask the ultimate question: is the universe just a machine, or is it something that includes you as part of its meaning? Let's end where all of this has been quietly pointing, not at equations, not at stars, but at you. For most of history, humans have looked at the universe and felt small, a tiny speck on a spinning rock, orbiting an average star in a galaxy that's just one of billions. Physics seems to confirm that feeling. The numbers are overwhelming. The scales are brutal. But then something strange happens when you follow the rules of the universe all the way down. The universe doesn't just contain you, it requires you. Think about what it takes for you to exist at all. The same laws that bend space-time to keep the speed of light constant also allow atoms to form. Those atoms form molecules. Those molecules form cells. Those cells form brains. And those brains, somehow, become aware of the universe that created them. This is the deepest loop in all of science. The universe gives rise to minds, and those minds turn around and try to understand the universe. You are not just in the cosmos. You are the part of the cosmos that can look back at itself. Now return to where we started. The speed limit of reality. The rule that tells time how to move. The structure that decides what can cause what. All of it is the same framework that allows a thought to exist in your head right now. Every time you wonder, every time you ask why, every time you feel that quiet shock of realizing the world is stranger than you thought, that's the universe exploring itself through you. This doesn't mean you're the center of everything. It means you're part of something much bigger than a cold, empty machine. A universe that can produce questions is a universe that is in some sense unfinished. It's not just a thing that exists. It's a process that's still becoming, and you are one of the ways it becomes. So when you look up at the night sky and feel small, try flipping the perspective. Those stars are ancient. They burn without knowing they burn. You are brief, but you are aware. For a tiny window of time, the universe has opened its eyes through you. And maybe that's the real physics truth that destroys your old reality. Not that you're insignificant, but that you are, in a very real and literal way, the universe, thinking about itself. If this changed the way you see the world even a little, keep going. There's always another layer, another question, another deeper why. Because the universe hasn't stopped revealing itself yet, and neither have you.